Now it is 10 o'clock Sunday morning as I'm doing this video. I probably won't be uploading until later on. But as I was on my way down for a sauna, I've been out for my run this morning. I'm coming down for my Sunday sauna, thinking about different videos and topics, and obviously with it being Remembrance Sunday, I thought it's only right that with me having such a big platform now, I've got over 100,000 followers across me different platforms. I've got 76,000 here, YouTube, 63,000 on TikTok, and about 20,000 in total on my Facebook groups and Instagram. So I just thought I would do this video and remember the soldiers that were lost in those wars, because a lot of people forget about it. And the ones that fought for this country, the older generation, obviously when you see them gathering round for the Remembrance Sunday, a lot of the elderly ones, but they are a dying breed now. And that dying breed will be disgusted in the state of this country at the moment. Because if everyone is honest and open and speaks about it, this country is on its fucking arse. And like I say, I thought I'll bring it to the attention and do videos on it, because people are actually scared to talk about stuff like this. This is how far left this country's gone. And if you're on the right, and I'm not meaning far right, it just means if you're speaking about certain things and even talking about videos like this, you are branded a racist. People are scared about the repercussions and what might happen to them. It is absolute bollocks. So that's why I've come on, and I'm not disrupting the video by talking here talk or anything like that. I'm here to remember the veterans that fought for our country and lost their lives for this country to keep it in a good state and not be took over by other countries, which was happening in World War. But the hundreds of thousands that died for this country, and the country has went to an absolute shambles like it is at the minute. And people will be saying, well, what do you mean by that? What's your definition of shambles? Now, what I'm going to speak about is the immigration and the government. The government, first of all, are the ones that have got this country fucked and in a shit state. Obviously, it's the government that are letting everything happen. Now, people disagree with this. There's different sides to this, and I've spoke about it a couple of times now, getting into immigration, because that's what's happening with the country, and it's the illegal immigration. And like I've mentioned, it's the government's fault, because the government can stop it if they wanted to. I don't know what their agenda is, but they could put a stop to this illegal mass immigration if they wanted to, but they're not. They've got their own agenda, and they don't know what it is, but it is fucking up resources for the people who were born and bred in this country. So getting into the immigration, I'm not far right, I'm not a fucking racist. Have a look back through me podcast guests. Anyone that knows us, have a look at me friends on my friends list on me fucking social medias. It's nothing to do with race. It's about this illegal immigration that's coming in and flooding the streets, flooding the fucking system, fucking everything up. Hospital appointments, well, look, everything is overrun, and you can't tell me that's got nothing to do with the immigration. And I'm talking about the illegal immigration, because the ones that have come here on visas to work, this country, a lot of this country runs on migrants that have came over on visas to work here, which I don't see the problem with. People are coming here to make an honest living and benefiting the country, because the majority of you, some people are far right that'll be watching this that disagree with us, and they're saying like the immigrants have got the country fucked, all of them. But if you have a look at all the different work sectors, even down to the likes of when you go and get your car washed, who do you go and get it washed off? Yes, them that done the car washes did fuck it for a lot of people that were volunteers and I was one of them actually. I was a car valeter. My business was running for a few years. I had a valeting business called Clean and Fresh Car Valeting. But once all these car washes opened up with the immigrants taking over, then the smaller businesses like mine did go to shit, because it's easier for people to just go to a drive-through car wash and take 10 minutes to get your car done, rather than having to book people in to come to your house and you have to wait in for them to get your car done like that. So it's talking about a different range of things on here. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not against immigrants full stop, but I'm against the government letting all these illegal immigrants coming in unvetted. Now you might think, well, this channel, the title of the channel was Remembrance Day. I have started it off speaking about the veterans, and it is about them. I'm not forgetting them one bit, like a lot of people do. A lot of people will fucking see this video and think, oh, I forgot all about it. I didn't even know it was the 11th of November. I didn't even know the time, the date. People haven't got a clue about it because there's not enough people getting educated about it now. And it's getting to where British values are just going. And if you don't stand up for them and speak out about things, then you're never going to get anywhere. You just got to sit and complain and want things to change or want things to happen. But everybody, if they're honest with themselves, even the migrants that came here on visas, because I've spoke to a couple of them. I've even got friends, Polish friends, when the EU, all of the EU joined together. And it was like the mass immigration came in from the Europeans. But all of them that came over, obviously they came in for jobs and different things. And they did benefit the country. Some of them didn't, some of them did. And this is the debate that everybody has. But the point I'm getting at is the state of the country at the moment. And them ones that fought, those veterans that fought for this country, will be turning in their fucking graves knowing that the likes of Keir Starmer is letting immigrants come into the country without being unvetted. Why aren't the people on the coastline, the Navy in the fucking English Channel, stopping it happening? And yes, when I'm speaking about it, you've got to feel sorry for some of them immigrants coming over from war-torn countries. But how many countries are they going through before they get here where they could be in safety in different countries? But because this country gives them everything they want, they get a card when they get here with money on every week. Every week they get money, they get more than British citizens on the dole or the PIP. Well, not on the PIP because the PIP get quite a bit. But they are getting more money and more fucking houses. And I'm not ranting about something I've seen online or in the media. I'm talking about real life experiences, what I've seen and witnessed. I've mentioned it before. My brother has had a non-fault eviction for the past 8 months now. He's refusing to get out the house. He's got epilepsy, he's on PIP, he's registered disabled with brain damage of when he had a brain injury. And it's causing him unnecessary stress, but the landlord's wanting the house to put immigrants in, and I know this for a fact. Because it's a 2-bedroom house, my brother's living by himself, he wants him out so he can put 2 people in the house to get more money. But he can't get housed anywhere else. The council won't give him one, but they're saying when you get your High Court letter, then we'll give you a house. Why should he have to wait for a High Court letter to get evicted before he gets housed? And these are the examples I'm talking about when the immigrants are coming in, they're getting housed in hotels. There's 56,000 in hotels. And that's a fact, because I've been on and checked the fact sheets on the websites. And there's around about 30,000 came over this year alone. Those are the ones that have came in and obviously went on welfare. But what about all the ones that have come in and they're not on welfare and they're doing other things in the country? So these are the ones I'm talking about, and this what needs stopping in this country. Keir Starmer needs to put a stop to all this. The government needs to put a stop to it. And people need to fucking speak up without feeling like they're getting criticised for speaking up for British values. I've only just started speaking like this because I was on IPP and I've just getting off my life licence from probation, because I was one of those that was afraid to speak my mind, because probation would have me down as a hate speech, or someone that is talking hate speech rather, and then there would be a recall back to prison for it. So now that I'm off licence and I can speak freely, when I get these thoughts and videos, or thoughts or videos in my head, I'll be uploading them, putting them on here, speaking what I think is right. There will be people that will be having objections to what I say. That's fine. But the majority of you that are watching my channel are watching it for this type of thing, and you all believe in the same values as me. And you're not, it's not all white English people watching my channel. There's people from all over the world, all different nationalities, and they all agree, well, the majority, if they can see sense, agree with what I'm talking about. Because this country went through a lot in those wars to stand up and become Great Britain, the United Kingdom, uniting all four nations. But now it's getting overrun with immigrants from different countries coming in unvetted, and when you look into it, committing murders left, right and centre. And yes, murders happen all the time in the UK, but I'm on about the ones that are getting committed by these illegal immigrants. Imagine your relative was murdered by an illegal immigrant, how you would feel when that person shouldn't have been in the country, and if they were stopped from coming in, that member wouldn't be dead. These are the things I'm talking about. And if you're still watching up till now, you're obviously still a channel supporter and a channel member. I have done a couple of videos like this in the past, and believe it or not, someone put in the comments, I don't even know why they wasted the time, saying you've just lost a subscriber because of the way that I'm talking. Boo-hoo. I lost a subscriber, but I gained another 500 in that same day. I'm gaining thousands of subscribers every week, and I'm not racist. I'm speaking up for what I believe in, and I believe this country is in a shit state because of the government, and they're not doing anything about it. And again, speaking up for them veterans and remembering them and why they lost their lives fighting for this country. And on that note, people, I will leave that there, and let's all spare a thought or a minute for all the ones that were lost in the war fighting for this country.